Donald Trump should be impeached and removed for this. All of his supporters should turn on him. It's the absolute betrayal of everything that he ran and campaigned on and everything that he stood for. And I will say, despite the fact that, Donald Trump supporters have been labeled like a cult following, and that certainly is true for a percentage of his supporters, he is going to lose his coalition over this.
As Dave points out, a lot of people say that Trump supporters are cult leaders, and a lot of us are like, well, we supported Trump and we're not cult followers, cult members or whatever, because we will support Trump when he's right. When the king does the thing, you kiss the ring. We literally made up expressions about it. When the king does the thing, you kiss the ring, and if not, tell him to fuck off. That's what Dave's doing here. Well, how could you possibly say that our guy should be impeached? He's our guy. He's the guy. How can you impeach the guy for doing the exact opposite of what he got elected to do? How can you impeach him for going completely against that whole anti-war thing that he was pretending to do? Trump used the expression neocons over and over and over again. He was very much anti-neocon. He was the different thing. So, pardon me if we're all a little pissed off that Trump is just doing the neocon thing. If John McCain's ghost rose from the grave, possessed Donald Trump, I'm not saying that that's what happened, but if it had happened, it would look a lot like what we're experiencing right now.
That's why Donald Trump is the guy for this. Because he will, with the straightest face, stone cold, tell you whatever you want to hear. In fact, there's a quote that I enjoy. Whatever it takes, that's what I'm saying. Whatever it takes. Now that he is just in office and never has to campaign again, this is a guy who's a WWE Hall of Famer, and he does not care if you're cheering for him or booing him. He cares about power and the acquisition of more shit. So he's the perfect guy to tell you what you want to hear. Oh yeah, peace is great. They're talking all the things about peace. I like it. I like peace. And then he'll just do the opposite and not give a fuck. Like some people might be like, I don't know if I can push that button. I got a little queasy. I said I'd do it because I wanted that neocon money, but Trump, I think, dude, I think he would love it.
They're not in a cult. They insist they're not in a cult, but immediately if you disagree with the leader, you are a left-winger. People calling out Dave Smith on this, they're posting videos like this to show that he's a grifter.
I would be very happy for to see Donald Trump impeached for the illegal, immoral, borderline war of genocide that he's been helping the Saudis conduct in Yemen.
Even grading on a curve. He is a war criminal who deserves to be tried and buried under the prison, just right alongside Barack Obama and George W. Bush and John McCain and all the rest of them. Let me just say this real quick. Donald Trump should be in prison for war crimes for what he did to the people of Yemen. How's that for taking on the right? You're just defending your Democratic president. Good. I actually stand on principle.
Lockdowns and keeping Fauci on the job and Yemen and Israel and Iran, and there's just the government spending, and there's just a lot of them that it's I just kind of can't forgive him for, but I think I might vote for Trump.
Yeah, Donald Trump, listen, man, I supported him this last year. I apologize for doing so. It was a bad calculation. At the time, it seemed like the right one, but he should be impeached and removed for this one.
What an impossible grift Dave did there, where he said he should be impeached, or he should be arrested for war crimes, and he said he should be buried under the jail for war crimes because I'm anti-war, and then he said he should be whatever. He should be the same as all the other war criminals, and then he said, oh man, this is tough. This is really tough to say, but I gotta vote for him. I gotta do the thing because it seems there's just enough going on that I feel like I gotta do it. I begrudgingly got to do it. Exactly where we were. Exactly where we've been the entire time. Begrudgingly. Angry. Not happy that Donald Trump is the guy, the best choice that we had. Definitely not happy that he ended up being the shitbag that he seems to be turning out to be. But to call it a grift that he didn't like Trump, and then he was like, okay, fine. And then he's like, actually, yeah, I was right. Or I was wrong and right. I was right before, and I was wrong for a brief, hot minute there where I cast a vote, and Now I gotta stand on my principles of being anti-war. That's what they're calling a grift now. I can't even imagine being Dave Smith right now. Like, we have similar opinions, but we're clearly not on the same level as he is. But the amount of shit that I've gotten just for that one post that I posted the other day, he's getting shit from libertarians, he's getting shit from the left because he's still a Nazi to them, and he's getting shit from the right because the right sees him as a left-winger, and the libertarians still see him as a right-winger.
That is character assassination. And they're doing that because he's over the target. So far over the target. I'm glad and grateful that he has stepped up to the challenge, like not shied away from this. It's so important that someone can do it. And it's got to be stressful, dude. I mean, you're talking about that post that you had to mute some people. Like, imagine the onslaught, the daily, hourly, nonstop onslaught of hatred
from all three sides at this point, because he's grifting, trying to get everybody to love him. That's what grifting is. It's going with the flow to try and garner people's support and love. Everybody hates him. Like, everybody who is dishonest hates him at this point. The left hates him, the right hates him, the libertarians hate him. Laura Loomer said, America first is whatever President Trump says it is. It's not a cult. It's not a cult, but literally anything that Donald Trump says, America first, which are two words with definitions put together, whatever the definition of that should be, the definition is literally anything that Donald Trump says America first is. It's not about keeping America first. It's not about American taxpayers going to American situations. I've been opposed to the whole cult talk, like the bashing. I've not even supported, but defended MAGA for the last 12 years and been like, no, there's some decent, reasonable people in there. They're not all racist, Nazi, bigot, whatever's. And now it's like you got Laura Loomer being like, it's a cult. It's a cult, you guys. It's a cult. It's a cult. It's a cult. It's a cult.